those traditional great stops on the eastern seaboard. Steve Torrence, Terry McMillian next to attempt this track. Meanwhile, at the top end with Brandon Bernstein, when you're sitting there waiting for your turn in the first round and you're seeing pair after pair smoke the tires, what does it do inside your head?
Well, you just got to be ready for anything because, you know, the Copart Lucas Oil team, you know, did a great job, and it could come loose. I mean, you're watching all these cars in front of you smoke the tires, and you just have to be ready as a driver, and hopefully it goes through there. The team's done a great job and made the adjustments that they need, but half the time that doesn't happen, so you got to be ready to pedal that car.
And they'll get ready now to get this car turned around for round number 2.
Well, as Steve Torrence comes to the line with Terry McMillian, and there's the onboard camera on McMillian. Let's show you the points, because we're beginning to think about this a little more, Mike. That 10th place is the critical position. That's where you have to be. And we're, what, 7 races away from locking those in?
Terry McMillian gets this round win. He would move into 10.
And again, we've got an issue. Whoa, back and forth. McMillian wins it. Wow. Wouldn't have thought that. 429, 219 miles an hour for Terry McMillian. Back and forth. Love it.
I can tell you, Steve Torrence wishes we were still racing a quarter mile, because he would have won that race. You're going to see Steve gets in trouble first, spinning the tires, and then down track, Terry McMillian was having engine problems, and his engine expired before the finish. If you go on board, let's take a listen. Oh, man, the motor went flat. Stuff was coming out of it, but take a look at our Lucas Oil photo finish cam as Terry McMillian coasted to the win by about half a car length over Steve Torrence.
Another on board for you.
This one in slow motion. Now watch the engine here. You're going to see parts and pieces start coming out there and some oil. As it drops a cylinder, mixes up the cylinder. Now it's pushing out the head gaskets out the back of that, and then out the front, probably knocked the burst panel. So he's dead in the water right there, was coasting, but luckily he had enough momentum to get the win over Steve Torrence.